Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have an Oppo AX5s with a cracked display. And what? It just fell up. What? So our client has given us an Oppo AX5s with a cracked display, and the display itself is already easily removable from the housing. So this has been water damaged. As you can see here, you can see a bit of that water damage at the back of the display itself, but it has since been cleaned off. So we're just gonna remove the back cover on this Oppo AX5s to see if we can salvage it from complete destruction. Here we're gonna remove the back cover, and underneath the back cover we can see that there's a unibody cover over the internal components. So we're gonna unscrew it and remove the main housing itself. So the housing on the sides, you can see on the external part of this AX5s, is part of the back cover. So we're just gonna unscrew it, and then it's not held on by any adhesive, it's just clipped on behind the display itself. So how you remove it is you pry it from the sides. So a lot of Oppo budget smartphones has this kind of design, wherein you just cover it with plastic. So this is all plastic here, with a bit of thin layer of tin or steel at the back to cover up the entire structure, make it more rigid. Just gonna pry it from the top, so the final space wherein we need to open it up. And we can now see the internal components. You have the connector for the display, the daughter board, and the battery. We're gonna connect the replacement display here. Let's check if it's even working. So water damaged smartphones are tricky to repair. So this one fortunately has been salvaged by David. So we have this new display. We're just gonna try it out. And it seems to me that it's been a while since it has received a full charge. So we're just gonna plug it in to turn it on. And fortunately for us, we can now proceed with our final disassembly. Since we have removed the display, it's not anymore a problem for us. We're just gonna remove the battery to get access to the back of the battery, where we put the cable for the display. So this connector has been torn off from the actual display. Just gonna clean off the housing and then put our fresh layer of liquid glue. Seems to me that the shop will need to get a fresh tube of liquid glue. This is gonna run out pretty soon. And we're gonna route the ribbon cable of this display to the back, where we connect it to the main board and attach it. Pretty snug fit. Gonna remove the plastic cover over the display, and look at that, shiny. So the black one is the connector for the display. We're just gonna press it using the battery, so it's gonna live on underneath the battery. And clean off the front camera glass, because maybe the water has fogged it up, made it dirty. And then we're gonna put the main board on its proper place. We're gonna connect the connectors for the display and the battery, everything, and just press in the main board. As you can see, the budget smartphones from Oppo are capable, but the construction is pretty simple. But I think it's also very clever how they use plastic, as the majority of parts is made of plastic, but made it look premium from the outside and easy to repair when it's time to replace some components like the battery and display. We're gonna clip the housing back to the front display, and this is surprisingly very rigid when you try to hold it in your hand. Gonna plug it in while we return all the screws that we have removed. So if you have a OnePlus, Oppo smartphone, I'm confusing Oppo and OnePlus at this point. If you have an Oppo smartphone that's water damaged, needs a new display, need troubleshooting, you can visit Sydney CBD Repair Center. Maybe your smartphone is completely busted because of the water ingress, but who knows, you can save it still like this one and make it your daily driver for a year or two. So David has done a good job again. Just gonna give it back to the client now. And thanks for joining, guys. If you want, you can visit us here in Sydney CBD Repair Center, or if you want, you can just send in your broken Oppo smartphone and we'll fix it for you. So that's an option for our overseas viewers who are tuning in to the new videos that we make here and upload here. So thanks for joining, guys. I hope you like it. This is a before and after look. And cheers!
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.